Alright y'all, welcome back to another video. Today, I'm officially starting the look-backs for the 3 Insomniac Spider-Man games, starting with Spider-Man from 2018, the PS4 greatest Spider-Man game ever. So, the way this is gonna work just like the Resident Evil videos, but, you know, they're gonna be about Spider-Man. And this is all leading up to Wolverine, and it comes out September 15th. You'll get Spider-Man PS4 this week, Spider-Man Miles Morales the next week, and then the week after will be Spider-Man 2. Then we will have a week break, I believe, and then I will officially be playing Marvel's Wolverine and getting that playthrough out to y'all. So yeah, let's start off. I'm gonna have the trailers playing in the background from the game. Alright, so, I mean, where do we start for Marvel's Spider-Man? Like, oh my god, this game is, I think it was ahead of its time, in my opinion. Maybe, like, graphics-wise, it was right there, but, like, just gameplay, ahead of its time, and they got better with each game for the gameplay, but the story is basically, I think, what we wanted from a Spider-Man game. Like, Mr. Negative, I think, was a big surprise for being the main, like, a main villain for the game, but I think we all expected the Sinister Six, Doc Ock in this game, MJ, obviously, J. Jonah Jameson. Silver Sable was a surprise in my opinion. Norman, we did not have Green Goblin in this game, but they keep teasing him, and they kept teasing Venom as well for Spider-Man 2. But the opening of this game is perfect. You're literally starting in Peter's apartment, and then you're just going immediately into the swing of things. No pun intended. He puts on the suit, he goes out, and then right when he gets out, you get the button to swing, and best swinging in a Marvel Spider-Man game ever. And it kept getting better. It got smoother through each game, but this is where they hit the peak of web swinging for Spider-Man. And it was just amazing. I remember playing this game a year before. I think it was a year before. A year before Marvel Spider-Man 2, and I was just amazed that I was finally playing this amazing game and just going for the platinum. I platinumed this game a couple days into playing it, and I was just so happy. It's like one of the easiest platinums I have for you know, PlayStation games. And I'm just glad I have it. The suits in here, I mean, right here they're talking about the suits. The suits are amazing. I don't remember the exact number, but there are a good amount of suits. They have ones from movies, comics, Insomniac made by themselves. And it's just, they're all great. Now, they didn't really reach the peak of suits until Spider-Man 2, but just the first mission of going and fighting Kingpin and taking him down after 8 years of Spider-Man, you know, being out, like, this game takes place 8 years after after Peter Parker became Spider-Man. So we're just well into this universe already. We didn't really start getting flashbacks of Peter's life until Spider-Man 2, but we're already just jumping into this world 8 years of being Spider-Man, and already, like, it's just amazing. And Insomniac created their own suit for this game, the advanced suit with the white spider on it. One of the best Spider-Man suits ever to be put in a game. One of the best suits. And I'm gonna say it, the Insomniac made suit for Wolverine is not that bad. Yes, it looks too tactical and has lines and shit, but Wolverine is tactical in some cases. Especially with this Team X look, that he is tactical in some cases. So it makes sense. And the black and yellow just really works for him. But enough of, like, talking about Wolverine and the other Spider-Man games. The side missions, I want to talk about the side missions. The best side mission in this game is, I would have to say, probably the pigeons. I just remember how that story worked and what it led to for Spider-Man 2. and I just like, yeah, the pigeon side missions are the best in Spider-Man PS4. Yes, you're having to swing around and chase pigeons and give them back to Howard, but it led to a wholesome and sad ending in Spider-Man 2 for the character. So it's just one of my favorite side. It's my favorite side mission. Like, yes, I do like the research stations, the Taskmaster stuff. What that led to was pretty cool. Black Cat, that's also cool. Probably my second favorite, and then third is Taskmaster.
Hey guys, bird watching?
But all the outposts were like just, they were all the same. The Sable, you know, the prisoners, the Fisk, all of them basically the same, just different criminals and, you know, different areas. The gadgets, these gadgets were very, very key to the gameplay, and especially how Spider-Man moves and does his combat. You have, I believe, 8 or 9 different gadgets, and they can be upgraded as well by leveling up, doing all the bases, doing all the small crimes throughout the city. Basically doing everything in the game. You unlock points, and you can put those points to upgrading your gadgets, upgrading, you know, your skill set. Like, there was a skill tree, and there is for every Marvel Insomniac game, and I think that's actually very cool because it makes your character better and you get more stuff out of it.
Oh, sorry, did I start on you?
But going back to the story of Chess, basically the story is Norman was experimenting. I don't know if it's really experimenting, but he was testing Martin Lee on like his powers that he had, the negativity, and it led to Martin Lee's parents dying because of Norman, basically, and Norman didn't give a shit. And then you also have Doc Ock being betrayed by Norman, saying that he's worthless and all that shit towards the end of the game, like when Otto confronts him. And then, like, the big reveal is, like, Otto is the main villain. You go through the game with basically Peter's mentor of being a great scientist, and then throughout the game you learn that Otto has the intense rage against Norman, and it gets to him to where he loses his, like, thinking. He doesn't think about his actions because of the neuro interface in his in the back of his neck that's controlling him, and the arms. So it gets to him, and all the rage just comes out, and he spreads the disease, Devil's Breath, and basically almost killing New York. It did manage to kill Aunt May, but Peter had to make a hard decision of either saving Aunt May at the end or saving New York. And, you know, Spider-Man, he has those tough decisions, just like everyone else in life, but he made the right call, in my opinion. I mean, that's how Spider-Man goes. He has to make the right decision. But, yeah, I mean, Doc Ock goes to the rep after defeating him, and Peter just gets banged up to this, like, even when the Sinister Six appears, Peter is getting banged up by those guys, and he is just breaking bones, losing fucking strength, but he doesn't give a fuck. He needs to stop Otto and the Sinister Six members, which I am so glad we got boss fights for the Sinister Six. Like, there were 2 boss fights. There was the boss fight of Rhino and Scorpion, and then there was Electro and Vulture. They had boss fights, and they were really cool, especially in their environments. And then, like, right here you see there was another, like, mini boss basically of Shocker, and that was really cool. I'm glad we got, like, a Shocker boss, and he's actually one of the more sadder story villains for the game, because he's not doing the shit because he wants. He's not the shit he does. He doesn't do it because he wants to. He's doing it because he's being forced to. And then his ending in Spider-Man 2 is just really sad, especially with the other Sinister Six. Even though they're all assholes, they don't make great ends, and we'll talk about that when we get to that game. But it's just and then MJ in this game, I think it was testing her character for the universe, because we had MJ missions where we had to play as her doing sneaky type missions where we snuck around, got info, tried helping out Spider-Man, but it also led to Peter and her in arguments because she felt like she had to be one to get saved and couldn't do anything on her own or be the one that saves people. And you kind of agree with her. Like, she's always the one being saved, but now she wants to do the saving. But Peter doesn't really make that easy for her, and it's understandable. He wants to make sure she's safe. She doesn't have spider power. She doesn't have super strength. And Peter's really the only one that can make sure she is safe if she is in trouble. And it's just, it results to a happy ending for both of them, but throughout the game, it's like kind of like a rocky road of a relationship. Another side villain, like side mission, was Tombstone. Like, you basically are discovering what he's doing with his like his ability that he has of being Tombstone. He makes a basically a version of his disease he has, is what I'm gonna call it, and he has his henchmen using it, but it doesn't last forever. It goes away after a little bit, but they basically turn indestructible like him for like a few minutes, and then it wears off. And then, like, when we fight him, we're actually curing him. We're actually able to make him bleed, make him get tired, like basically kind of knock him out. But it basically turns out to where Tombstone likes Spider-Man. Like, he likes fighting him, and he's waiting for round 2 to happen, which is just funny. I like that. The one thing I didn't like in this game was probably the Silver Sable storyline, because, you know, all those soldiers were assholes. But when you get to the DLCs, you kind of learn, you know, when you get to like her whole story towards the end of the game and the DLCs, you learn that her men do what they want. They don't really listen to her. She tells them what their mission is, and they kind of go off a bit, just basically locking anybody up that they think needs to be locked up, and you're going to the Sable outpost to free them and help them out, and taking out the Sable guards, which I won't criticize Silver Sable's story too much, because it did get better throughout the DLCs. And actually talk about the DLCs, we had a Black Cat one, which gave us more, which actually let us work with her, and she basically tricks Peter into thinking she has a child and it's his. But she tricks him and she fakes her death. And then in the second one, we actually meet Hammerhead, and he takes out Yuri's entire squad of officers. Like, Yuri Watanabe is a character in here, and she works with Spider-Man throughout the main story. And we get to her story of becoming Wraith for the second Spider-Man game. And it's just really cool because, like, you have Hammerhead that kills her entire team, and then she's just blinded by rage and, you know, wanting to take him out, to where she quits being a police officer. She goes rogue, starts killing actual bad guys. She starts killing criminals and what's the word? Hitmen. She starts killing them and, you know, making their demise like met. And then she killed Hammerhead. She did kill Hammerhead, but he was brought back to life by one of his henchmen, and in this third DLC, he wanted a whole robotic body. The only thing that was kept from his original body was his head, and he literally got a whole robotic body out of Sable's tech. He was starting to steal Sable's tech throughout both the second and the third DLC, and this one Sable actually becomes more useful because she's like pissed that someone is stealing her tech and using it without her permission. So she just like kind of like doesn't team up with Peter yet, but she then just tries to go after Hammerhead alone. She gets trapped, and Peter comes in and saves her, and then she's like, okay, well, we need to work together, obviously. And then they find out how to defeat Hammerhead. They blow him up in the ending, and then the mission where Sable gets kidnapped, you learn that Black Cat is alive, and she helps you figure out how to kill Hammerhead or take him out. So yeah, the DLCs were really good. I played all those, complete like 100% them. But just to round this video out,
Why is he letting
Spider-Man
everyone out?
PS4 is
I'll head for the main control center and
one
see
of
about the
the
situation.
best Spider-Man games ever made. Probably the best Marvel game ever made. Compared to Avengers, I liked Guardians of the Galaxy. Not as bad as the Avengers, but still, Marvel's Spider-Man from Insomniac was way better than any other Marvel game I have played. In Miles Morales is probably third place for me. Spider-Man 2 second place, and then, you know, Spider-Man PS4. But that's basically it for this video. Next week we will talk about Spider-Man Miles Morales. It's probably gonna be shorter because it is a shorter game that doesn't have DLCs. But yeah, this game is beautiful. I'm glad to be actually talking about it on the channel in preparation for Wolverine, because they are set in the same universe. Insomniac's Marvel games are in the same universe, and I can't wait for Spider-Man 3, the Venom game, if that actually happens, the X-Men game that's planned later down the road. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you guys in the next one, and bye.
Electro must be working for someone.